Hello, everybody. Welcome to the third episode of RECast. This is a movie review podcast going over a bunch of different movies. This week, we're going over my third favorite movie of all time, Here Comes the Boom. If you enjoy this podcast, you can follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, Spotify, Instagram, and eventually much, much more. At Random E Nation for most of those. Finally, if you want to help us out and throw us a couple bucks, you can do that on patreon.com/randomenation. And if you can't do that, no worries. Just share our shows with your friends. All right, so Here Comes the Boom, directed by Frank Karaki. I think that's how you say it. Box office of $73.1 million and a budget of $42 million, so they made about $30 million. So pretty decent, probably not great, but yeah. What do you guys think?
Like that's a pretty marginal gain. I personally think that this movie was just a fun movie. Honestly, it
was good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good as well.
I thought you didn't like it, Tor.
Nope, I watched the wrong movie.
Did you?
I didn't remember which Kevin James movie you said, so I watched Paul Blart. And
That's why I asked you. That's why you were putting Paul Blart things in your notes, and I was like, he has to be fucking around. And then you were like, this movie is worse than I thought.
I was confused why you were confused. I was like, I'm putting notes down for the thing, man. This is what you wanted this for, right?
So this is how the realization happened.
You wait.
I was really confused. I'm like,
you watched
Paul
Blart.
This has got to be a shit.
And
pick,
Tyler watched anime. Was what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, the anime's good. Paul Blart's not.
Paul Blart was like good the first time.
No, it's not at all.
Go back and watch it, Josh.
It's got like
It's
got like two good scenes.
I've rewatched it since, and I have to say this: like, it is a pretty bad movie. But the first time you watch it, it's like it's okay.
You didn't like peanut Blart
maybe
and jelly?
5 years ago,
and then
5 years ago,
the other fucking the Kiss song with him playing Guitar Hero. It's pretty good. It's a good scene.
Really like awkward and cringy, and like a lot of the actors are pretty lame. Actually.
Anyway, so you watched the wrong Kevin James movie.
But I came to this realization because I was talking to Tori about Nico and how he's fucking awesome, and he's like, what do you mean? He's like, he's in the movie for like 2 seconds. I was like, what do you mean 2 seconds? That's the whole movie.
He's in Paul Blart for a little bit.
Nico
is? He really? Yeah, really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Right. He's at the beginning. He's like a drill sergeant. Well, it's because they recycle the same actors for this like Happy Gilmore production.
I didn't know that. That's actually kind of cool.
Well, it's like Adam Sandler and his friends.
Well, I know, but like I never would have expected like the Nico character, like that actor, to be in it again.
Guys, are you aware that there's a Paul Blart Mall Cop 2?
There is, and I've never seen it, and I don't want to see it.
I don't intend to watch that.
Yeah.
I spent $3.99 on Paul Blart.
I told you I bought Here Comes the Boom.
I wasn't paying attention.
I linked it.
I don't want to use your Amazon.
This man paid to watch the wrong movie.
Shut up. Anyways, Here Comes the Boom. I give it like a 6.5 or 7.
I think that's what it's at Rotten Tomatoes.
Is it? Hey, I'm the average. I'm the average human being.
Yeah, I'd probably give it about 7. What did I give Godzilla?
It's a 6.4 on IMDb, and I'm pretty sure... Wait, were you the one that hated it? Because I think Tori gave it a 4.5, and I gave it a 5.5.
I gave Godzilla a 4.5.
I think maybe I gave it like a 6 or something. Maybe. But it was definitely better than Godzilla.
I love this movie. I would still only give it like a solid, like, probably 7.5 or 8. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
That's a good score.
Is it because you were the marching band?
No. Actually, I kind of fucking hate all of the band characters, except the kid that's carrying the giant fucking,
The one that doesn't matter?
Yeah. The one you don't get introduced to.
The big shell.
Yeah.
Wait,
the one
about the one he almost runs over in the motorcycle?
Yeah. He's my favorite character.
Because like the second the movie started
late.
talking about having to like cut the music program and saving it, I was like, oh, dude. The same shit was happening at New Haven. I bet this is the reason why Austin loved this movie.
Wait, what? That shit didn't happen.
Weren't they talking about like?
Yeah. I thought they were talking
over
about
the marching band and shit in New Haven.
Fuck no. Well, I mean, maybe recently, but not while we were there.
Did you know the inner budget reform of New Haven while you were going to school?
Yeah, I mean, they talked to us about it.
Dude, we were in on it. You kidding me?
Well, I was on the committee, Tori.
But No,
I'm not the one.
I did not like most of the like music playing in this. Like they were better at the end, but like at the beginning, I'm assuming they directed them to be bad because they were like, ooh, they were rough.
It wasn't.
I don't know. Mr. James seemed to think they were like pretty good.
Well, yeah, that's the whole reason he went in there.
He was in there to shove off his bus.
He
dude.
was.
No.
Like,
Well, originally he was just in
Yeah.
there because he heard the music, but then he went down there and he was like, "Oh, by the way, hey, could you take this over for me?"
I think. Sure. I think it was.
I
Well,
gotta
because he
point
just
out
had snacks, right?
I don't remember.
that Scott Voss, aka Kevin James, is kind of a shit person.
Yeah.
And teacher. He's like lost the drive, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they like briefly hit upon it, like at the beginning of
Yeah.
the movie, where
They
he's like,
remedied that
"I was
situation.
teacher of the year. That was 10 years ago. Feels like 8 though."
That was
Yeah,
good.
but like, I don't know. It seemed to be like he was just kind of a douchey guy.
Yeah, no, I think that was what they were
What's the
trying to
point?
get across.
I mean, maybe
Okay.
he was just grumpy because he just lost his drive to do what he was passionate about doing.
I mean, he literally was explaining the issue with teachers. Like, you can't speed up for the smart ones, and you can't slow down for
Yeah.
those struggling.
Yeah,
that's
he
kinda
was
right.
saying it was a
Like,
numbers
you herd
game.
them through like
so.
cattle. Yeah.
Tori,
And
with your
when-
limited teaching experience, do you feel like that's
Limited?
pretty true?
I've taught for 3 years now.
Have
2
you?
years. Yeah.
Like consistently?
I mean, I teach for a job, technically.
Are you Professor Tori?
I'm a teaching assistant.
Are you Professor
Yes,
Tori?
it's 100% true. College is a lot easier to
Yeah, college is a little
individualized.
different.
yeah. But my limited actual teaching, as far as like students in a public education setting, yes. But since I was there as I volunteered for a class at this local school for like a couple months, for those who don't know, and because I was there and we had another assistant teacher, we were able to sort of individualize a little bit because we had so many like bodies to handle the students. But there's no way a single teacher could do that at all, especially when it's like multiple classrooms.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I think the teacher that I had did a really good job. She like separate. I guess it's because they were younger as well, younger students. Like,
Right,
they
and that
separate
probably
out the
helps as
students
well.
into groups. Yeah. So they did their best. But yeah, that's a countrywide problem, and I think the movie actually did a really good job.
hits upon it pretty
Because
well.
it's like it's a comedy movie, right? But it did really well in like highlighting an issue in like for teachers and shit.
Yeah,
sort of hit-
I mean,
hits
that's
the
kind of why I
reality.
like it. It's got a lot
Yeah.
of different genres, but I think it hits upon everything pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm mixing up the arts department and the music department, combining it to one thing. Because I know for a fact the art department was getting cuts
I don't know.
at New Haven.
I know Tia
Well,
Tia didn't have any issues. She was in it the whole 4 years.
I
I was
do
taking
know.
I took the photography class back in New Haven, and the teacher for that was saying that they were like they used to be able to supply cameras and stuff to everybody, but then like because of budget cuts, like the students had to start paying for their own cameras.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, cameras are
Yeah.
expensive.
They are.
I mean, I
Nowadays,
feel
you
like
just use your cell phone, so.
it happens pretty frequently in schools these days, where like arts classes and all those things are the first things to be cut because they just have like no money made in them.
I
And
think
then
I think we're seeing a rotation. Like that's less common than it used to be. It's still like in bigger cities, they have more art options in their public.
Yeah.
There's definitely more of an
As far as
appreciation
like
about it.
old
appreciation
hometown country
about it
city,
now.
no, they're not going to have any artist like. I mean,
Right.
it's all individually based.
Yeah.
Like,
But you know, if a school needs funding or anything, and they need to cut it from somewhere, I feel like art and whatever, like speech classes and other extracurriculars that are not like sport related, are usually the first ones to get targeted.
that's
Right.
true.
Top
So-
classes. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I enjoyed this movie. It's actually not too bad as a fighting movie either, and the comedy's pretty good, like pretty spot on in my opinion.
It's funny.
If I'm being honest, I remember this is just from my memory before watching it. I remember there being a slightly buffer Kevin James actually putting up more of a fight instead of like cowardly running away the entire time.
He is a buff. He's buff.
Like I said, he gets buff at some of the fights, but like you can kind of tell based on his weight throughout the entire movie. Like this is normal movie stuff, but like they filmed scenes out of order Like the last fight, he looks worse than in some of the fights and some of the montages that they have like halfway through.
I actually didn't notice that.
I didn't notice that either.
Did you guys notice the Kevin James crab walk in the Octagon?
The what?
Kevin James crab walk.
Oh, the crab walk?
He does like a little like shuffle when he's
Yeah,
running
like
around.
his little side to side walk he does whenever he's in the ring.
Oh yeah.
He like puts his arms up at shoulder height, but then he like just runs like sideways, and it's like a little crab walk. It's funny.
No, I never noticed that.
The scene where he puked on that dude with the green hair really got me. I was not expecting that.
Dude, that was gross. That's really gross.
Of course it's gross. He puked on a man.
Yeah,
No,
but like,
It's pretty funny,
Story
though.
is don't eat applesauce dash or dash applesauce.
Fucking applesauce dash. What?
Rainbow Dash applesauce.
That's what made him puke. He ate the applesauce from.
Well,
the
I
dude's
know
dad.
that.
it was Marty's applesauce, the one that he left on his dash in the hot sun all day.
Oh fuck, Marty.
Was
Wait a second. That's not the right show or
I
movie.
downloaded the wrong video.
Jesus?
No, but like, for real though, who does leave their homemade applesauce on their dash?
Who makes homemade applesauce?
Who makes homemade applesauce?
That
Or
isn't
does your
Amish.
mom make homemade applesauce?
I've never seen homemade applesauce. I'm assuming it's really good.
I mean, yeah, it's.
Have you ever had like the dried crisps? Like the apple
I am
crisp?
not a fan of those. Tia likes
Dehydrated.
the apple chips.
Yeah, the apple chips.
Not good.
I like
Hey,
the
Tori.
banana chips more. Anyway,
Tori, do you want to make applesauce sometime?
yeah, we can like stomp on it with our feet like they do with like blueberries and stuff.
I thought
Dude,
that was
mine-
grapes.
Is that grapes? That's grapes.
Whatever.
I was gonna say we could use the pestle, but if you want to step
Tomato,
on it,
potato, tomato, potato.
Just get one of those barrels and just step on them. Yeah.
Old timey wooden barrels.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll go outside to the sidewalk and we'll get the barrels when it warms up.
Yeah.
And
No, right now.
right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Add some snow into the.
I mean, if we keep the apples in the snow, it'll
It'll be fresh.
keep
It won't be
them
dashed.
fresh longer.
Yeah, we won't get people puking from our applesauce.
So, what'd you guys think of the B plot with his painter buddy and the like father?
Oh, that's
of
not
that lady.
That's not his painter buddy. That's like his brother. I'm pretty sure.
That's what I was
don't
asking.
think so.
No, I'm looking at the cast of characters
Because
right
he
now.
said his dad,
literally-
like he took over the dad's business.
It's
And he
Eric
kinda
Boss,
mentioning
Scott
that.
Boss.
Is
Yeah,
it?
he was like mentioning to Kevin James that like,
Shit,
well, when I took over
I
dad's
did not
business-
catch that at all. I just thought that was his friend.
No,
They do
no,
look
they're-
oddly familiar.
It wasn't
they
super.
like similar.
No,
It wasn't super clear,
no, it's not at
Huh.
all.
but I think that dad comment made me think it was his brother.
See, I didn't catch that he said our dad. I thought he just said like.
He just said dads. When I took
well, he
over,
said dad,
something
and like I when like I
What
say
person do you
dad
know
whenever I
is referring-
like talk to one of you guys. I
Really?
don't say my dad. Yeah, because I refer to like my father. I assume you know that I mean mine. I don't just.
I don't think
You mean
most people
ours.
talk like that.
What did it say, Tyler?
I said you mean ours.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
We all
Our business.
It's all the same. But yeah,
I like that little subtle like character. Like it made you like Kevin James Scott or whatever his name was
Yeah,
even more.
I thought it was
What
good
about-
character building for him. He had a good arc in this movie. Like, not only just the fighting and everything else, but just everything around it.
I appreciate the drive he had to get the nurse to go on a date with him.
Yeah,
Oh, for 17.
and then they had the worst date of all time.
That is
It
a
was-
good day. What do
it's
you
fine.
mean?
fine.
They were
She
drinking a
fucking
little bit.
Jumped on him and they broke the lamp, and then she just left.
Well, they
Yeah,
were
she-
they drank some wine, so it was just like a little fun.
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
I mean, that's more you. What you just wanted to sit at the dinner table talking about the weather.
No, I mean, it's just like,
It's an exciting date.
So how's
I mean,
that
they've
weather?
known each other for so many years, so it's like they've already gone past like the formalities of
Oh,
the awkward.
I guess you
date.
assume so, yeah.
It's pretty snowy outside.
It is.
Is it? Is it snowing again?
No, I'm just talking about the weather.
Oh, okay.
Fucking thanks, Tyler.
Yes, thank you for that update.
Did you guys like the?
Come on, RECast. Tyler talks about the sunny weather.
Hopefully next week. Did you guys like the food fight scene? I enjoyed that quite a bit.
I like every.
Yeah, you're just kind of like skipping all over the place, eh?
Well, I mean, we're
don't
just
think we
kind
need
of
to follow the
talking.
story
Do you want me
heavily.
to go like
I mean,
Beat
I
by
like the
beat?
rain fight the best.
the rain
Which one,
fight was
rain
your
fight?
favorite?
Dude, yeah, I like that one too.
It was one of my
At
top
the end
games.
where he like looks at him like all angry because he was like laughing, and then they like their eyes meet, and then they both start fucking.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah.
Not even that, just a bit right before that where he's like, swim away, Scott!
Swim away, Scott. That's pretty good.
It's just like crawling across the mat.
I mean, but you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I was waiting for him to do that thing, like when you're on a slip and slide, where you like brace yourself and then scoot forward and just put your arms and legs down, and like a wee, like a torpedo. You know what I'm talking about? Like
What?
and you're like, woo!
No,
No,
apparently not.
decrepit,
Yeah.
crappy childhoods.
Apparently.
Sorry.
You never
like
like
room for
like-
that, right?
like you do that with those scooters, like the board, like the
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
little
know what you're
scooter
talking
things
about,
they
like
used to have in
the
gym,
weird
like
square
squares.
ones.
Yeah, you've never like gotten on your belly on one of those and like use your arms to push off and then just like Superman the shit
Oh,
out
you
of
mean
it.
like penguin slide type thing?
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
That's what I'm talking
say
about.
slide on your belly.
yeah. You said it weird.
Okay, but
You could have just said slide on your belly.
Penguin
Okay.
slide, Tyler.
I'm sorry for being more detailed.
Terrible.
How dare you?
No,
Swimming.
there was actually quite a few good fight scenes, I think. Like comedic based and like actual fight scenes. He did run around a lot.
I was,
He did,
I was
well,
asking to I was saying
recently.
to Tyler that I'm pretty sure they use like actual fighters for like every fight.
I imagine so.
yeah,
Most of
yeah,
them
right,
looked
but-
like they were pretty disciplined.
Yeah, because
For
there was
sure,
one
I
dude
think
that
the
I
UFC fighter was
Yeah.
a real fighter.
Yeah,
UFC fighter?
those
You said the
tattoos looked
actual-
real.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them were UFC fighters because there was this one dude who I know for sure I saw. I don't know, for some reason on Facebook they give me like whenever the very limited time I am on Facebook, they give me like UFC fighting clips because I looked at one once or something. And this dude is 100% an actual UFC fighter. He's one of the older ones, but he was in the movie as like he was in the montage version too. He wasn't even like one of the main fighters.
Oh, okay.
So that I'm assuming like all of them.
They probably
Or-
didn't want him to act. It's like
Right.
that's a lot of
well,
the
right.
the fighters probably don't have too much acting experience, so they were
Right.
probably just like, "Hey, look intimidating."
Be
I
a
mean, that's
fighter.
pretty easy.
Have physical form.
Hey, Joe Rogan, if you're watching this, you did a pretty good job in your role, and I would love to be on the show sometime.
He
Plays on
talked
really
really
well.
early, like in one of his like, I think it was like the second or third podcast he talked about this project,
About
and they
being
paid him
Did
like
he?
50 grand. And he said it was just like, oh yeah, I was on this shitty Kevin James movie.
shitty.
uh,
That's rude. Yeah,
I would
agree.
argue that Kevin James is more famous than Joe Rogan.
maybe,
That actually.
probably not right now. I think
Not-
overall
at
maybe.
At the time, he probably
Yeah.
was.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I was
that's what I
saying,
was
the Joe
saying.
Rogan show
Podcast.
is like the biggest podcast ever, right?
No, I think
No.
there's like a tie. It's
Ever?
like him and Mark Maron, and then there's another one that's really
mean-
popular.
I'm pretty sure he definitely took a hit to his following when he went to Spotify instead of YouTube. But
He got a shitload of money for it though. So
he got paid a fuck ton. But I think there's a lot less watchers now because it's on Spotify.
Well, it's probably comparable to like the Ninja Twitch switch to Mixer, right? Where you just got paid a crap ton of money.
Garbage.
Like, up front. Yeah, I mean it is garbage. You probably got like way less views, but like in the long run, who cares, right?
yeah,
yeah.
Like you're
People who
still
watch.
popular.
Who don't want to go to Mixer.
Okay, so the person who played Ken Dietrich, his name is Krzysztof holy crap, Sosniewski.
so he's Russian.
He is Polish, I think. Yes, he was born in Stalowa Wola, Poland, and moved to Canada.
So
with
Lola
his-
Wola.
Maybe stop trying to pronounce Polish names.
That's literally
It's
how it.
I know, I'm
Wola,
kidding.
Wola, Poland. That's literally
Polish,
the name.
Polish is a
Like, degree
difficult
of English.
language because everything you think sounds like it is not how you sound it.
That's quitter
Um,
talk, Tori. You just
he
haven't
is-
sounded it out well enough.
Yeah, you're
He
right.
is the former TKO heavyweight champion in UFC.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Huh.
But that wasn't. Is Ken Dietrich's an actual like UFC fighter, right?
Pretty sure.
Yeah,
you would
I-
expect if his name was Ken Dietrich in the movie that there would be a Ken Dietrich fighter. So
Well, they could just be making someone up, right?
maybe. Well,
Well, 'cause
I'm
they
just
didn't
saying
use-
if he played Ken Dietrich, you
Right,
think
but they
there's
didn't
someone
actually-
else that was actually Ken Dietrich?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe.
That seems weird.
Like they had people play as themselves in the movie.
Right, and that's
Like
what I
the
would
Rogan.
expect.
And then there's Mark Delagrote.
Why would you expect that?
Wait, you mean that was a fake Seth Rogen?
Seth
Rogen.
Yeah, didn't you see the hair?
Dude.
Seth Rogen?
I didn't realize Seth Rogen was in this movie.
It was like 10 years ago. What?
You're talking about Joe Rogan, right?
Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Joe Rogan.
I was like, what the
Damn.
fuck are you talking about, Josh? Yeah, you got
It
me.
wasn't Josh.
Got him.
No, I know.
Oh yeah.
Josh brought it up, and then
Yeah, you
I
guys
just
don't-
accepted
Seth
Tyler.
Rogen was in the movie. He was a fighter.
Yeah, dude. He was a
Came
chicken
in,
actor.
smoked a big old joint. And it was just like,
Seth Rogen was in the background in the restaurant scene. You didn't see that?
yeah.
Oh, shit. You're right.
Never
Were,
get
He was the chef.
were those spinach puffs for
Got that Pineapple Express.
Wait, what did you say, Tori?
It's a guy. He's got that Pineapple Express.
Dude,
Never seen that.
that was a good movie, actually.
It's funny.
I
was a good one.
agree.
It's
Yeah.
not great, but it's funny.
It has its moments for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, it's a comedy, so.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, they had multiple like UFC fighters in the movie. Like overall, like the person who plays Nico, he's a legitimate like an
Yeah.
MMA fighter too.
he looked like it. Dude,
Yeah.
his character
So is the
saying
dude
that,
who-
like, oh, I fucked up my neck. His neck looked, like, beefy as fuck.
Yeah, that's why I noticed the same thing. I'm like, your neck looks fine, man.
It's like,
It's like, yeah, I hurt my neck. It's
Okay, but like you could probably hurt some like internals of the neck.
Well,
like,
yeah.
I mean,
it was
yeah,
illegal.
but, like, still.
just because you like just because
I
it
know.
looks fine, you know.
It was a joke.
also, I would love to have Nico as a fitness trainer. That shit would be great.
He seems like a
I
cool
would-
guy.
No
Yoga
matter what
with him,
class,
I
it
would-
could be yoga, cycling. The
Yeah.
cycling one specifically, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Okay, I way off track, but have you guys tried yoga?
No.
I have not. I've wanted
It's
to try it,
phenomenal.
though. Is it?
It
really?
is
It's fantastic.
insanely difficult.
It's
How do
hard
you-
as shit.
How do you recommend? Like
How
where?
to just do yoga?
Just do yoga somewhere?
Yeah.
Just, like,
Do you
get a
do it by
yoga mat
yourself, or
and
do
then
you
watch a video, or...
Yeah, like follow
Video?
along with the video or take a class or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it is crazy hard.
Is it
It's
really?
hard and it makes you feel good.
What in what
Like-
way is it difficult?
Do hot yoga.
Like
way
you
the
think you're
stretches
strong,
hurt.
but like you think you're strong, but is your core strong?
No.
Because yoga, if you have a weak core, you're gonna have a really hard time.
They're going to be stretching muscles you don't use ever, and it's going to be impossible.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
For me, it's
well,
like my inner thighs are like doing like a weird. You get real shakety.
Real rickety.
Oh,
yeah,
get
it's
real
just-
rickety rick.
I would 100% take a yoga class with Nico.
dude. Nico knows what's up. He just needs to get his citizenship already.
He got it.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He's a really
He
good
did.
character.
Music.
Like if I went into a cycling class and I saw a man in a leotard, like a beefy man in a leotard walk in and put on a headset, and then like the lights turn into disco lights,
And-
I would not take it serious at all. I'd be laughing my ass
You
off.
don't think so?
Oh hell no!
It's just a class full of girls, and they all go woo, and then start immediately fucking flooring it.
No warm up, just fucking full
Yeah.
throttle.
They did not have a warm up. You're right.
Well, they were all moving their
They were
legs
already
like
doing
before
it,
he
yeah.
got in there, so
True.
maybe they were doing that.
Also,
late
the
to
little
his class.
MMA class was pretty great. He was like, and headbutt, and kick, and stomp.
Curb stomp and curb stomp.
Victory
Yeah.
dance, victory dance.
Oh god, dude, he was probably like the best character in the movie. Actually,
He had the most character for sure.
Hands
Oh.
down, favorite character in the movie. Like I was telling Tori earlier, favorite character.
yeah.
You didn't like the weird Christian fight coach guy?
Christian. Oh, what you talking about?
He
The
wasn't really
musician?
a main character.
Oh no, Mark. That's Mark Delagrote. He's another UFC fighter, like the.
I
legit
thought
UFC.
so. He looked familiar.
Oh, you mean the Italian?
Yeah,
One that he said, "Hey, you're gonna eat my wife's cooking."
yeah, and then he
Italian.
said he
I
couldn't
can't
lift
move
his
my
arms.
arms.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. He's another like legitimate UFC fighter who was
Yeah, that's
prominent.
what I thought.
He had a cool hat. He definitely looked like a youth pastor. Like, I was getting that vibe.
Dude, I wouldn't want to fuck with that
Because of
guy.
that?
The
Because of
best
that?
youth pastor of all time. What are you talking about?
He
No.
would end your career.
Nico would be best youth pastor.
I don't think he'd be too into it, dude.
You don't think
You throw
so?
Nico in any job. and
I don't
he would
think
love
so. I think he'd just be like, let's just go have some fun, y'all. Do some shit.
it. Oh, for sure.
Isn't that what literally every youth pastor is?
He'd be like
Oh.
trying. Yeah, that's how Jan was.
I suppose.
Boo. Boo.
I would say he would also try and throw the like give the kids a crash course in fighting while learning about Jesus.
I mean, that makes sense. That's the best way to do it.
Ah, yes. We will
Not
teach
at
our
all.
kids young to defeat all their enemies in the name
Defeat.
of Jesus.
He brings in like an alternate version of the Bible, and it's like, according to Genesis 5:35, this is how you put someone in an
A
armbar.
strap
And he's
or
like-
a clap.
Instead of the actual Bible, he makes a like a fight, an MMA fighting Bible.
And then the Lord
That'd
said
be
unto
great.
him, Superman punch.
Yo, can we talk about the actual lack of the song "Here Comes the Boom"? Like after the second fight,
They played it like 3 times.
They played at the end.
Yeah, what do
song,
you
or
mean?
at
They
the
played
end
like
of the
in
last
every fight.
yeah, they didn't play it at every fight though.
No,
Well,
they had
no,
Holly Holy
The
twice.
montage was
they
different,
changed
but
it. Because
they had it at the
because,
last fight.
Well,
I
they
feel like-
can't play it too much because then it's heavy-handed. I mean, it
okay,
gets
but like you
annoying.
ever watch My Hero Academia, they use the same song every time.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, every anime does that because they're on budget constraints.
Okay, but it's pretty good though. Like if
like-
they can do it, the movie can do it.
I feel like it was also like a circle back to the one time they played that like revival song,
Holly
and
Holy.
he won.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, did he win the first Holly Holy fight? Because I don't think
Oh
he did.
yeah.
yeah, that
like,
was
like
That's
the
the one
first
he got
Holly
his
Holy
first-
Oh, was
fight
that the green?
the-
Oh, it
that's
was
the
the
green
green
guy.
guy. Yeah.
that was the
Yeah.
bar fight.
Yeah, that was the Barbie.
Got the lucky haymaker in.
So I guess
Yeah.
I guess the Holly Holy ones were the only ones besides the montage that he actually won. That's interesting.
Yeah.
During the montage, did it actually show him winning any fights?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he
he
won a
won one.
couple
Like, he
actually.
won.
Yeah.
Because that's why they had like Joe Rogan in a couple
Yeah,
of the
that's why
scenes
Joe
like
Rogan
nodding and
contact
shit. And that's
Yeah,
why he
yeah.
got brought onto the UFC.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, gotcha.
He lost the armbar one. I think that's the only one he lost.
No, he lost during the montage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
because he started getting better.
But the one where the ring collapsed, there was no like defined winner.
Well,
I don't
we
think. I
can't
feel
know.
like a lot of those like wouldn't be sanctioned and like go against your record. Like the rain one, I feel like the rain. If you were in an actual situation like that, you wouldn't be fighting outside.
Hot dog. He said it himself. It's bottom of the barrel like MMA. They don't give a damn.
Right.
That's going on your record, dog.
There was that dude who was on the Tyler that chicken. What is that name of that show? I forget. The hot wing eating interview show.
Oh, hot
Yeah.
ones.
Hot ones. There was that fighter who was talking about all of his sketchy fights that he had to like chase down people to get his checks.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Started.
Yeah, the
That's
dude that
pretty
fought
shitty.
Conor McGregor just now. Like
Yeah.
literally the week after he fought McGregor, he went on Hot Ones and did an interview, and they
Right.
asked him about how like his early indie fighting,
Mhm.
and he talked about like what Tori was saying, having to chase down people for paying him because they were just gonna like try and leave and not pay him for the fight.
That sucks.
And he has a hot sauce, you guys. So whatever his name is, go look him up. And whatever the sauce name is, try the sauce.
Dustin Poirier
Dustin Poirier.
has a hot
We're
sauce.
not sponsored by Dustin or Justin. What is it?
I'm pretty sure it's Dustin.
Okay, that dude. Not sponsored.
Not
Interesting.
spot.
Apparently, he actually does a lot of stuff for like the community of Louisiana in New Orleans. Like
10
A
out of
lot.
10. 10 out of 10 approve.
good person.
Sounds like a cool dude.
So for the first fight that Scott Boss, if you were that guy that he was coming out to, right, with like Here Comes the Boom and him and his stupid
His
Viking,
Viking.
His Viking
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
His shoulder pads with spikes on them.
assuming that you're also a beginner MMA fighter in the UFC ring, what do you think your reaction would be to this fucking clown?
that's
You just
Yeah.
get annoyed. You get embarrassed
say-
for him.
I would be insanely
Obviously.
confused.
Well, the thing is, that's not abnormal. Like someone doing shit like that.
I
That's
feel
a
like
little-
it is.
That's a little extreme, right?
in the UFC and MMA scene. I
This
think it
wasn't
is
UFC though.
completely-
This was just
but,
a,
but it's MMA.
Yeah,
so,
but it's
like,
MMA.
still legitimate fighting. It's not like WWE where it's like at their
No.
own.
This
That
is
that's
this
not
is more of a thing in WWE, and I think some boxers do some random shit like this, but like
Well,
very
they-
rarely.
yeah, but it's still making fun of them like coming out because
Right.
a lot of even UFC people come out and do like a little showboat with the music. It's
Well,
not-
generally
yeah,
they'll like
you're on.
dance, but most people don't have costumes, and if they
Yeah,
do,
no,
then that's like their gimmick.
Yeah,
Also, to be fair, the teacher had no idea what he was doing.
That's also true. And that was like
He
a
knew to
tactic.
wrestle.
That was a tactic they were trying to go for, right? They were like, hey, let's try to, instead of like actually being good at fighting, let's just try to scare him like that would actually work at all.
Oh,
Intimidating him into kicking him in the face.
You go to the ring dressed as a Viking, he'll think you're a Viking and be like, oh shit!
He's gonna raid my village!
He's gonna pillage me!
Pillage the village.
That was a good game.
Pillage
Is that a game?
Yeah, you don't remember that? Where you picked up the villagers and kind of threw them up in the air or slammed them on the ground?
Nope, never
Excuse
played
you?
that.
Damn.
No,
It was an Armor Games game.
Ah, okay.
One of those Flash games.
A man of culture.
Are you talking about like the Storm the House game where like there's stick figures trying
I'm
to attack?
talking about the game called Pillage the Village, Josh. Did I stutter?
Dude, I thought maybe there was like an
I
alternate
played that
name.
game as well, but this is different. Anywho.
So did you like the guy that saw him punch the vending machine? Who stole my livelihood?
Dude,
Dude,
he's there
he
for like
pulled a
5
balloon.
seconds.
He was there for like 5 seconds, but I remember sitting there with a group chat, and like
I enjoyed your screenshot a lot because I forgot about that kid, and he is weird looking.
dude, he looks like a little goblin, man.
rude.
He's like a gremlin.
He is. He's got
Very
like a
rude.
little like afro looking thing going on, and he's like slightly hunched over, especially as soon as he gets that little snack cake. He's like, my cupcakes, and just slowly walks away. He's like, you've never heard of this or saw this. That's exactly what happened,
I don't remember that.
dude. It happened. He looked like a freaking goblin. It may not have been verbally stated, but that's what happened in my mind.
For a split second, I thought it was the "You can do it" guy.
Oh,
I thought it was
yeah.
that
Rob
guy.
Schneider?
Yeah, for a split second, I thought it was Rob Schneider, and then sadly, it wasn't.
I don't
Dude,
think
It wouldn't surprise me if Rob Schneider was in this movie. I think
He's
he's only
not.
in like Adam Sandler movies.
anyone besides I guess Nico and Kevin James were in there. Well, no, because the lady,
the referee,
the
one of
nurse,
the referees.
Yeah, the nurse is in the Adam Sandler movies.
yeah, the nurse
One of the
was
referees
in.
was in like The Longest Yard, and he's a couple other Adam Sandler movies.
The referee was
One of the referees. I forget which one.
the announcer guy or the referee,
No, he was reffing the first fight.
the one that was like hurry up guy, that one.
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
like kind of Mexican looking guy. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what
Definitely
ethnicity he
Hispanic, I
was.
think. Yeah, the Hispanic
Yeah,
actor. He's in several like of these movies.
huh? I don't
Wait,
remember.
what do we?
I don't remember. The Hispanic looking referee in one of the earlier fights who's like, "What are you doing, guy?"
When he was taking the Viking on
Apparently,
Exactly
he's
what
in
it
a
said.
couple other of the Adam Sandler type movies.
I'm not surprised that there's like a lot of people going back and forth between these like I don't want to say like
Oh, like
lower-
like
lower
Adam Sandler
budget
is like one of
movies.
the. He literally makes movies to like go vacation places.
Yeah, he uses a lot of the same like they basically
to make
go
money
on
for his friends.
like vacation with his friends. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, not that they're. I mean, like,
that's not
Chris
a problem.
Rock and-
I mean, as
they all
long as
have-
you make a
they all-
semi okay product.
Yeah. and they're all like their own successful comedians.
Yeah.
But another thing is though, like these movies like that, the budget is so low, like no matter what you do, you're like basically making money, and it's
I
actually
mean, it's not
kind
like they made a ton of money. Like 30 million.
I mean, yeah, they only made 30 million.
Well, I'm talking about
Which is a
Adam Sandler
decent
was
chunk.
40.
Adam Sandler movies though. Like their budgets are usually almost like nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not great movies.
They're not, but he's making money.
Yeah.
Hey, Click is a goddamn American treasure.
fuck
Click is
you.
the longest.
Click
is
is
it the longest
terrible.
yard? The longest yard's pretty good.
The Longest Yard's really good.
Click is good.
It's all right.
Grown Ups is good.
Grown Ups
Is
is
it?
not great.
Grown Ups
The
2
first-
was
the first one, the
Grown
first
Ups
Grown Ups
2
is
is
good.
even worse.
Yeah, I like
Hmm.
Grown Ups, the first one.
I don't
Isn't
remember
Shaq
anything
in
about
Grown Ups 2?
Oh yeah, he's in.
Yeah, Shaq shows up. That's the only redeeming quality of that movie.
That's the only redeeming quality.
The
That's
only
pretty rough.
one.
It's the Shaq's in it. Any movie that Shaq's in, it gets 1 bonus point in my books.
Did you guys really hate the principal too?
Oh, yeah, he's a douche.
The sketchy one or the other one that docks a payday?
No, not the vice principal.
Yeah, that was.
The vice principal looked creepy as fuck even before
Well,
they like
He
told.
was nice.
Mm,
Yeah,
I was
until
telling-
you found out
I was
he
telling
was.
Tori, I was like,
Well, that's true.
I was telling Tori, I was like, bet the reason why he's okay with like the music department being like gone is because he was bullied because he was in the marching band because he talks about it. And he's like, so many
Maybe.
memories. I was like, that man was bullied 100%.
I think
Oh,
it's more
for
like
sure.
he just got. I mean, he was fine with it leaving because he stole all the money from the budget.
Yeah,
I mean, he was literally siphoning out all like the money, and then all the money that they were giving him, he was just taking that for his own too. So
Was this the vice principal? I don't remember.
yeah, I think
main-
it was like
his
Vice
name
Principal
wasn't the
Krubs
head
or
dude?
whatever the fucking.
It's like toward the end of the movie.
It's Assistant Principal Elkins was his name.
Oh, Elkins, that's what it was. Yeah, the other guy was just a dick.
Yeah, that his name was Principal Betcher, and I agree. He was just a
That was the
douchebag.
principal. I thought the bearded one that talked at the beginning was the principal.
No.
No, I have no idea who he is.
The gray-haired one that was in the class when Kevin James climbed through was the principal.
Yeah,
That's.
I just realized, I think the guy that plays the principal is, I think he's a dick in every movie that I remember him in.
I mean, he looks very like.
I feel like I've seen him in
easy
one
to
other
play the
thing, and
dick.
he was kind of an asshole.
He's a dick in Talladega Nights.
I haven't seen that.
What?
Sorry.
How?
I've also not seen Talladega Nights.
I don't like it that much.
Can I
Yeah.
change my top 3 movie list and swap out my number 2 for Talladega Nights?
You're gonna,
You don't want
you're gonna make
Top Gun? You
for
want to go?
freaking Talladega Nights.
Actually, I'm gonna.
You want to go
gonna-
Godzilla,
you're gonna
Top
bump
Gun,
up
and then Too Fast, Too Furious?
I'm gonna
Take away Too Fast, Too Furious.
It's too late.
No,
We're already
Too
locked
Fast and
in.
Furious is number
I'm
one.
sorry.
I can't believe that's your number one.
Yo, you know what I realized earlier? Like, speaking of, this would probably be like in my top 5. Is
What's
that Scott Pilgrim is back on Netflix,
Oh
Is
yeah.
dude?
Like
and
the
that would
animated one or the?
no, there's no animated.
they
I
don't
mean,
have-
there's
that's
like
just the
little
game.
short. They're
I
short.
thought they actually made.
Did
like,
you know the guy that made Scott Pilgrim also made Baby Driver, and he also made shit? What's the fucking movie called? Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Is it
know.
I
a-
was gonna say, so that
Is it
dude
the
makes
same
bad
guy?
movies, but then he said Hot Fuzz, and I was like, I can't say that.
Shaun of
now.
the Dead's good.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. I mean, obviously Scott Pilgrim's also very, very good. I love Scott Pilgrim.
Baby
It's all
Driver's
right.
my number 2.
Baby
Very
Driver.
good.
I've
I've
not
never
watched,
seen Baby Driver.
but I know I've heard it's pretty
Well,
good.
we will be watching it. So.
Yeah.
You guys want to do the drinking game for Baby Driver when we watch that?
We could,
I
except
feel like you mentioned
no.
this.
Dude, wait, can we do like a watch party? Yes, can we do a watch party of Baby Driver, but like drinking together?
Yeah,
and then
sure.
record it.
We'll do the game while we.
Yeah, and then last one out is the winner.
Ow.
That's
I
gonna
can
be
drink that
excessive. Drink every time they say baby. It's gonna. We tried
Yeah,
it
I would
before,
say baby.
and then we ended up abandoning it like 20 minutes in, and they wanted to go to the bar because we were drinking way too fast.
Do they actually say baby? a
We've
lot?
tried it multiple times.
Oh, is that his name?
Yeah.
I've never seen the movie.
Well, be excited. It's a really good movie.
Isn't this kind of like the drinking game where we were watching Tower Heist and we were like, hey, if he says Josh, whatever the heck his name is,
Yeah, Josh
Drink.
Kovacs.
yeah,
Yeah,
they say it like 52 times in the
all
movie.
of my favorite movies, over and over and over again.
They just say the main character's name so many times.
Yeah, because you forget. Like,
not
how
gonna
many
lie.
times did they say Scott? And here comes the boom.
Honestly, I don't remember them saying Scott all that often.
They said Scott a shit.
Because of
Yeah,
the name and it
a
doesn't
lot.
stick in your brain because you already know the face associated with it. So
Right.
it's
Well,
I'm pretty sure
what's the nurse's
they
name?
did.
What's the nurse's name?
Don't know.
no clue.
Exactly. She's like one of the other main characters in the movie. Her name's Bella, and I didn't know that.
Oh
either.
yeah. Okay, I did know that.
I didn't know that. I had to look it up because I
I
didn't
mean,
know.
yeah.
Name
I had to
is
have you look it up.
Very demanding dinner date lady that demands an extremely complicated dish.
Demanding.
Oh,
She knows what she
her
This
her
man's
pulling.
been sexually harassing her at work for 17 tries in a row.
If this chick came at me for a first date and wanted me to make chicken tartare, I'd be like, "Fuck off."
That's why you're not.
He said-
That's why
he
you're. That's why
said-
you're 0 for 18 and he's 1 for 17.
I was-
Exactly, Tyler.
He been trying for like a long time, right? So like he clearly wanted it. So like anything that
I was gonna say he said
literally
he would make
anything he
anything.
wanted. Yeah, he'd make it. Oh, but obviously he didn't make it. His brother made it.
Yeah, well, he knew his brother was gonna come over and help him. So
But to be fair, I don't think he expected her to say whatever the hell dish that was.
Probably not. And
Whatever
he
the
also
name.
probably expected him to fail at it hardcore.
It looked
Yeah.
delicious.
It did look really good. I got to admit.
The sauce
It's
is
apparently French,
very
According-
delicate.
according to Scott.
Has a delicate or
Pick
sauce.
the delicate dish and the sauce.
Sure.
It's
Delicate.
Delicate.
The scene with her like pulling his arm back into the socket was pretty funny
setting
too.
his arm.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure that's backwards. Like, don't you push the arm back into the socket?
I
You
think
don't pull
so,
on it?
but
I think it's both.
I don't
think you
know.
have to pull it first and then push it back into place.
Yeah, that's what I also have heard. So like you can either like slam on it with like a really large amount of force.
Oh,
like,
really?
I've seen people like
Like stand up, let me tackle your shoulder.
It depends on where you dislocate it. If you
Or
like,
like
if it shifts to the right or like back or forth, you have to like push it forward or something. Doesn't that make sense? But if you pull it out, it's automatically gonna like fit back into place because it's attached. Like there's ligaments attached to it.
Right.
So if you just pull it,
You're just saying like the ligaments that just like no matter what, if you pull on
Yeah.
it, it'll line
it's
back
like
up.
when it's dislocated. I'm assuming it's like caught because it's a rotary cuff.
Right.
It's like caught on the outside of the bowl, so to speak. But if you pull it out, it'll just like pop back into place. So
Use
either
the
way, I
ligaments.
think
Okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
You want to know how to do it without doing all that?
resident biologist here.
Thank you, Tori.
You're a marine biologist. Thank you, Tori.
I have general biology knowledge.
It's the Random Entertainment Nation's leading biologist, Tori Blevins.
I know zero about. If I was an actual like a doctor or
You're not an
like
anatomy
someone
teacher.
who knows anything about anatomy, I would have been able to name the ligaments and muscles, but I cannot.
Uh-huh.
I was
Cannot.
like, can we appreciate that Scott teaches all forms of science throughout this movie?
He's taught physics. He's definitely a physics teacher as well.
I thought he
This
taught
man's-
biology.
It's what it
But,
says,
like-
but he was definitely firing a bottle rocket.
Yeah, like he definitely was doing chemistry at one
He was
point.
doing chemistry as well.
Like
yeah.
you had foam atoms with like sticks, like showing atoms of like hydrogen and
He was
helium
water
and all
and
that.
something
He
else,
was
yeah.
clearly so good at teaching that he had to skip a couple of grades because they had already learned all they could about biology and
I
chemistry
don't
and
think that's how
physics.
it's. I don't think. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
So-
he basically got them like a degree.
You know all
in
there
science.
is to know about biology.
In the
After a
span of
week.
one semester.
He just
told
had to
you that
dance on the
cells
table
will-
and they learned.
Cells move together.
Yo, if Scott was so good at teaching science, why didn't they just cut the other science teachers and then they would have the funds to keep the music program?
This is why you're the manager, Josh.
Yeah, Josh, come on, man.
This is why we give you all the money.
So I mentioned this
What are
to
you talking
Tori. I was like, could you imagine if Gagline walked on desks?
He would fall
He would definitely fall.
and hurt his
His
hurt
his
his
legs
back.
are too long.
Or like Derby? Or like
Derby could probably jump around on desks.
I can see Mintel.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe we shouldn't be doing names.
I mean,
of
it's
people that
they're all pretty much retired. I think Mintel's
Mm,
probably the only one that's not, if anything.
They.
I mean,
those
it's general.
teachers-
It's common courtesy to
I mean we're
other
not
people's
dropping
name
full
out
names
your mouth
here.
without
We're
their
not dropping
permission.
full names. Which is-
Yeah, it's true. But also like
Out your mouth.
the science teachers, they at least had like those funky looking like black long desks with the sinks in them.
Yeah,
that's
Like, they'd have a lot more stable like
Yeah.
stances to have instead of like Mr.
Well,
Gay.
they're sturdy.
Well, yeah, but yeah, exactly. You know, the
well,
other
that's
desks
what
would
Tia
fall
was
back.
saying was that those desks would fall over, but the kids
Yeah,
were sitting in them, so I think it would have
Yeah,
been a
that's
little
true.
bit more stable than normal.
I agree.
I
And
don't
as a
know,
science professional, all right, he
It's
knew that their weight could counteract his weight, and he'd be fine.
Of course. See, the only thing I'm surprised about is that they didn't like snap in half when he jumped on him,
That's what I was worried about.
because he's
They
a
would
big
definitely
dude. So
He is a big dude.
That would have been funny the same way it was funny when he tried to dunk it and just missed completely.
it's a pretty good scene.
Just falls
like
through.
dreams come
Like, if
true.
you dunk a
This dude's like-
basketball, I'll go on a date with you. And he goes and gets the trampoline. She's like, no, you can't. And then he's just like fucking misses.
It's like dreams come
He's like, your
true.
dreams come true. And she's like, nightmares.
I really thought he was gonna get a ladder. Like if he was gonna get a ladder,
That
that's
would
what I
make
thought.
more sense.
Yeah.
He just like
Not fun.
climbs up the ladder, just jumps off the ladder and dunks
Falls.
And breaks his ankle.
Yeah.
He breaks his neck and dies. End of movie.
Movie's over.
What a good movie.
it. The
The
music
best
department
movie.
gone. Best science teacher gone. The nerds
Teacher of the
Petrified.
year. Not anymore.
Psych again. They lost a teacher, which means they now have funds for the music program.
Oh, shit.
yeah.
You're right.
Cut the science department. Fuck it.
Oops. End of movie. Roll credits.
Who needs science when we have music?
This was Plan A all along.
And not both.
Just murder Scott.
Speaking
Also,
of,
how did he climb up to that window, by the way? They were on like the second or third floor.
Oh, was it?
Were they?
Yeah.
He's very
How
good
do
at
you know?
You can see.
You can see the not
You
ground.
can see through the window.
You can see the tops of trees.
Yeah.
You can see the skyscraper.
They were clearly elevated. Is he just the best mountain climber?
He's
Just
science teacher,
Maybe
mountain
like a-
climber,
like a-
professional
like a-
fighter. What can this man not do?
Like he's late. Maybe he already has like a ladder, like there. You know.
you think
Yeah.
he set up
He's got-
pre-set up a ladder,
Yeah,
and
Probably
they.
got it staged.
I'm
He's
pretty
late
sure it was
so much.
outside the road.
I think that's part of why it's funny. It's because all they show is his hand slapping the window and
Yeah.
him struggling to like climb in. It's like,
It's impressive he could pull himself up.
I was
yeah.
gonna say it is kind of impressive. I'm not
with
gonna
the with his sticky frog-like mutation in his hand, he just like just sticks to the glass and climbs
Scott
up.
Boss, the Frogman.
Do you think, as far as the timeline of Kevin James movies goes,
Ni-
do you think after the events of this movie, he became a professional fighter, and then he retired from fighting and became a mall cop?
No, because he didn't have glaucoma. Or did he just have diabetes in Paul Blart? What did he have?
He had low blood sugar.
Oh, okay.
He retired from fighting because he had low blood sugar, and then he became a mall cop.
I feel like
I don't
he
think
would have
he's
been a
tied-
better mall cop if he was a professional fighter. So
But
no,
wait, he didn't continue being a professional fighter. He continued being a teacher.
you don't think he was a mall cop first and then he went and got a degree?
I like that story better. This is a sequel, not a prequel. Tyler.
Get that logic out of here.
He was like peanut blart and jelly, and he's like, wait, two compounds together, that's chemistry. I gotta go get my degree.
I gotta go.
I'm a natural at this.
Biology.
Exactly.
Mm,
So,
yes.
let's see. Did we
Yeah,
miss
well-
anything?
What else do we got here? Oh, okay. So after like what is it? What was his name? Elkins.
Yeah.
Elkins. You know, they found out they were stealing the money as he was like going to Vegas
Mm-hmm.
and doing the UFC fight, right? Like, first of all, there's no way he would have won that fight.
You don't think he
100.
would have beat Dietrich?
No way.
I mean, he was
100%.
like 2 weight classes above him, so I feel like he probably could have.
No, because they usually keep the classes very similar in the UFC.
No, I know, but the issue is he was clearly above Dietrich in weight, like for sure.
That's not necessarily true. Because Dietrich could be like all fucking muscle, and you know Scott is just a little bit larger. So the weight differences could be like not that different, like as you think, probably.
That's the most polite way to put that.
He looked about probably a little lighter than what I was before I started dieting, so I would say probably like 280. I do not think Dietrich looked like he was 280.
Dude, I bet you he was probably pretty hefty, like in at least in the 200 range, and like slightly above that.
Yeah, but like heavyweight, I feel like heavyweight's not even that big of a, because there's something above heavyweight, right?
I don't know.
It's just like open weight class after that.
Honestly,
Tyler, do you know?
I don't know.
Hang on, I'm looking up the UFC weight classes.
Okay.
Okay, so there is the breakdown, and you have wow, I've never heard of these: strawweight, flyweight, bantamweight, featherweight, lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight. Okay, and it's just heavyweight. So it's just heavyweight.
So it's just heavyweight and above. Okay, so I guess they could be in the same, but it's just like,
206 pounds and up is heavyweight.
jeez.
So there you go.
Just imagine being a 206-pound person and having to fight like a 350-pound person. No, there's a super heavyweight. Over 265 pounds, super heavyweight.
Oh, I didn't see that. But there are people like that in the UFC.
Oh, no, this is boxing. Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. See, there you go. But there's people like that in the UFC where there's like they're big guys. They're just bigger, you know.
Yeah.
And they'll have to go up against like these, like just, I don't know, people who are not as big as them, and they just have to deal with it because they're in the same weight class. But I mean, they can, that doesn't mean they necessarily have an advantage because they're bigger.
I feel like it's excessive, though.
Is it? Is it though?
I mean, if you're like 50 pounds above someone, it's kind of like that's a lot of extra force. Like even if you're not super in shape, you know what I mean?
It's a lot more weight coming at you.
Yeah, like there's a reason why strong men don't look like bodybuilders.
I'm a strong man.
Are you?
I disagree.
Super strong.
Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that, one, Scott did not have anywhere near the level of training to, because this is like a champion. This is like a champion heavyweight fighter.
No, they kind of made it sound like he was like an early, like Dietrich was like an earlier fighter. Like he was newer.
I think you shouldn't confuse reality with the movie.
What do you mean?
What I mean?
Well, that's kind of like
in reality, it takes years of training.
Yeah. Like
and in reality, he was like a heavyweight champion, but in the movie, he was probably like a come up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying he looked like he wasn't like a. I don't think they would put someone that was like, oh, this is the 43-year-old like UFC debut. I don't think they would be like, all right, former champion here, like go fight him.
No,
they wouldn't do that. I think they were trying to make Dietrich out to be like a good fighter, but he was still an up and comer as well.
I think he was established. Yeah, I think he's a good fighter, and he was semi-established. But when Joe Rogan was talking with them, he was like, "We know you're trying to make money for your music program at your school, and we like what you're doing, and the UFC likes what you're doing, so we're going to give you this chance to make 10K."
Speaking of which, why the fuck did Joe Rogan fly out 45 students and their instruments and put them up in hotels in Vegas instead of just giving Scott the $50K? Because that definitely costs like $80,000 up.
Why is Vegas are like pretty cheap right here?
Right now,
$80,000.
No. I mean, like even pre-COVID, like
yeah, but there was like 40 plus students.
There was like 40 students, and it would have had to been round trip and their instruments, which that's
are like
huge.
Less than the weight of the instruments.
Okay, so by the way,
it's $80,000. What did you mean? 300 times 40.
In case you're wondering,
$12K.
Ken Dietrich is not a real person.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's not $48K. Plus, it's you. I mean, he could probably justify the money with UFC to be like, we're going to fly these students out rather than just giving it to a school.
I guess.
It's probably a liability.
Plus, it gives them more of a publicity thing.
What if they had their own private jet, though?
But they didn't even like announce it. They were like,
Private
these are the students of the school. They were just like, all right, we got an orchestra for this fucking guy. And then they also they freed up like 40 seats in the dome that they were fighting at. Which that would have been a shitload of money too.
Sell those tickets.
Yeah, but they were kind of shitty seats. Like they were up in the the nosebleeds in the corner of the stadium.
Were they? They looked pretty close.
Yeah. They were like in the corner, like the upper corner. They shoved them in like a back corner of like the seating area.
How much does it cost to get seatings in the back corner of a fight? Because I feel like live it would probably be a lot still. Because it's like $80 for like pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, I also don't feel like I've never showed interest in buying a ticket, because the fights are in Abu Dhabi right now.
Yeah.
And gotta buy a plane ticket there.
Let me see. How much are UFC fight ticket? How much are UFC tickets?
We're looking up a lot of things.
So, like, a flight to Las Vegas from Indiana, and gotta keep in mind, these guys are in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
That's $317 to Las Vegas.
A round trip or just one way?
I said $300 for 45 students is $12K.
Yeah, like, you can buy a plane ticket
about $15K maybe.
Pretty cheap.
Then add the lodging costs, the food, the tickets to the event. That's a lot of money, dude.
That's a lot of money for 40 people.
This isn't like these are big companies and a public state-run education thing. You can't just be a company that big and just give money to people.
I mean, I agree with you, but they can
justify having the students come to their event rather than giving them money to.
You don't think they could justify this school's
because then they'd have to give their money to every failing music program across the country.
Well, no, because not every failing music program has a fighter that's fighting in the UFC.
Dude, it's a tax write-off to them.
Yeah,
it's a business.
They also said that they liked the program. Joe Rogan said that he had a daughter that was in the music program.
That could be any music program.
Attachment to it.
He wasn't in their music program.
He was in music program, but he had a daughter that got
into music.
The music program. He said changed his daughter's life. So he has a personal attachment.
Also, Scott was like,
that's his personal attachment. This is not the UFC.
Hold on a second though. Also, Scott was like, how'd you get here? Who did this? And then Bella was like, I called him. So she has Joe Rogan's personal phone number, and she was like, hey, Could you fly 40 students and their instruments out?
Well, I
Fucking
think
round trip
Joe
last
Rogan
minute.
probably has like a public number or like a public email that you can contact him.
You think so?
Let me Google it.
Let me try and Google
Joe Rogan.
Dude, all you
Joe
gotta
Rogan podcast
phone-
contact number. Here
She
we go.
said
number.
called, so you can't say email.
You can
just
get
gotta-
his number from his
Give
email.
him a tweet, man. Tweet at him.
No,
Email
this was-
Joe Rogan at
Get up to
2000.
joerogan.net.
Joe
Whenever.
Rogan. We got 40 students that support.
Can I get your
Scott.
phone number and get you on the phone?
You think he give us the hookups to his event? Please?
I mean, if they hired the man, it wouldn't surprise me that they would like be able to convince him to give him a call. And,
I don't know,
hey,
man. I just
You're underestimating these students.
maybe. I don't think
You're
so.
also nitpicking way too much.
Sorry,
I
my
think so.
movie. I can do what I want.
It's not your movie.
This
You don't
movie's
own the movie.
terrible. I picked this movie.
he bought the movie, so technically he owns the rights to it.
I do own the rights.
Uh-huh.
I am the proud owner of Here Comes the Boom. Did we need to hit anything else, by the way?
I don't know. What time are we sitting at right now?
I don't
You
know.
need to hit some faces because this is a boxing movie.
Ah.
Hey.
All right. So any final thoughts before we rank them?
You need to hit that subscribe bell / like bell
All right.
I
Besides
agree.
that,
on the recast.
Reminder.
Did you know
Boo.
that 50% of our views are unsubscribed?
Are they?
I think all of them are.
It's not,
But yeah,
it's not a real statistic. He's lying to you.
we don't have statistics because we don't have that many viewers yet. But later
God.
on,
Literally, just count the viewers and then count the subscriptions. It's not that's
It's even the
statistics.
worst. Did you know
But like-
100% of our
We have
What
the
is-
numbers.
What if somebody watches the video more than once?
well, then
And
they
just,
die.
like, put it on repeat, and then it keeps stacking up the views.
If you say our name 3 times in the mirror, we'll appear behind you and tell you to subscribe.
So I would put this
And yell in your ear
below
about the
Megamind,
money
but
that
above
UFC provides
Godzilla.
45
What about
students.
you guys?
I'm also in the same vein of below Megamind, above Godzilla.
Yeah, me too.
Tyler?
See, this is very problematic because I've liked all 3 movies so far.
Oh, I
Uh,
have too.
Make a decision, man. You're an adult.
Well, let's see.
I mean, we already outvoted you, so the answer is final. But what do you
This
think?
is a democracy.
I'm going Godzilla number 1.
Wow.
You already didn't put that the first place.
I didn't.
No,
He put Megamind over
you put
Godzilla.
Megamind over Godzilla
That's all.
last week.
Consistency issues. Vote him off.
I don't remember what I
Boo.
said last time. I don't write this
You're
shit down.
fired. You're fired.
You just said you listened to it at the gym.
I didn't listen to the whole thing. I'm not for like 2 hours.
Terrible.
He muted us and only listened to his own voice.
Yes.
He's
I
like,
listened to it on the way to work.
Tyler's like,
That was
let
fun.
me listen to the channels. You guys are all on the same channel, by the way. So if he muted you, he would mute himself.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Also, I'm not at the gym for like 2 hours. I only go for like an hour.
You were there for like
That's Quitter
5
talk.
hours.
Tyler, what's your fucking vote?
Okay, since I said Megamind then Godzilla, I would probably put this.
Yes.
Oh man.
I don't want to say it.
Just say it,
No.
Jesus.
Godzilla's
I'll put it above
alive.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh damn, dude.
Sliding into second place. Oh shit. Not bad.
I'll put it
Megamind's
above
still in the lead.
Godzilla.
Yeah, I think
I like that
Megamind
vote.
might take it. I'm not sure. I haven't seen Saving Private Ryan in a long time, so
It's really good.
we'll see.
It's a masterpiece.
How is
dude.
Megamind gonna beat Saving Private Ryan? That's not fair.
The bridge is out. That's
Tom
the same
Hanks.
movie, right?
How is Megamind going to beat Top Gun? That's the real question here.
It's not because it's not in the same
among
category.
third.
I was gonna say it's not the same bracket.
Sorry.
Not in the same
That's my number
bracket.
two.
No, we
vote,
started a
okay.
new bracket, Tyler.
Oh, I'm excited for you guys to watch Your Name.
Your name?
I'm excited to
Yeah.
watch that again. I forgot you
Good.
put that. Is that your
What
favorite movie?
It's my second favorite.
Oh shit! Oh god,
Wait, what is it?
Baby Driver's gonna have a hard time going up against that.
Oh yeah.
Your Name is an anime movie. Anyway, all right.
Oh,
So
Next is Saving Private Ryan.
next is Saving Private Ryan,
That
and
is
we
my
will
movie.
catch you next week with that. What?
So while we're on like the Kevin James like movie thing, I
Yes.
just saw a video of Adam Sandler 25 years later after Happy Gilmore came out, and it's a video of him doing like the run up golf swing, and he can still do it to this day.
Nice.
Did he actually do a good golf swing?
It wasn't good. I've tried it before. Sometimes it works.
That's good.
Like there's a video literally just watched it of him doing it. Like
What
he
is it,
walks
like
up.
a TikTok or something?
No, it's on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
But it's a video of him like he walks back and then he does like 5 steps back and runs at the golf ball and swings and he gets a pretty good hit on it.
Does he say you're gonna die, clown?
I'm not sure what he says. I have the video muted because podcast.
Fair enough. All right.
The
I'm
multitasking
gonna read this thing off real quick and then we'll go off. If you enjoy this podcast, you can follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, Spotify, Instagram, and eventually much, much more at Random E Nation. And if you want to help us out once again, patreon.com/randomenation. And if you can't, like I said, no worries. Just share our show, like, follow, subscribe, all the good stuff on all the different platforms. Anything else, guys?
No, I mean, I liked it, so.
All right.
Potatoes
Cool.
are a root vegetable.
Thank you.
Potatoes are a root vegetable.
They're not
All
a
right.
vegetable.
Oh, they're not a root vegetable.
RIP my Godzilla vote.
All right.
Someone needs to come out with seedless strawberries. Yeah.
You're a
I love
seedless
it.
strawberry. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.